we're live. Alrighty, I'm going to play through a little ragdoll live set for you guys. I might wait for a few people to kind of jump in. If you have requests, get the requests in and we'll see where we get to. I'm going to try start with a couple of songs that, well, I'm going to start with the song that we play live all the time, and then I'm going to do a couple of songs that we've actually never played live, and then a couple of songs that we rarely play live. So there'll be a little bit of everything for everybody, which is part of the fun, I guess. But before I do, I need somebody in the chat to tell me if they can hear me and if they can hear my guitar, because if we got all of those elements in there, I'm sure it will be a pleasant experience for everybody. And if there is anybody in the chat at the moment, what's up? How are you going? It's probably Sunday evening in the United States, so I imagine there won't be a whole lot of people jumping in, but it's Monday morning here in Australia. And I've had some coffee, so I've got over the Monday-itis pretty well. Kind of sounds in tune. That's kind of good enough. Okay, great. All right, you guys want to hear some Dingleberry? What's up, man? We're going to start with a song called Save Me, and then we're going to do a ragdoll track called Letting Go, and then a ragdoll track called Dreaming Out Loud. Let's see if I can remember how to play them. And if you guys have requests, again, get them in. All right, we're going to do it. That's always a good warm up. Save me. So I got a few. We got a request for the feeling. Oh, I haven't played that one for ages. I might do that one a little bit later. FM3 at the moment. Oh, right there, as you guys can see. Say 2C++. This one is a whole lot of fun because this particular song, anyway, that like funk section, which we slow down a lot more live. I kind of wish we had done that on the recording. All right, I'm gonna do one we've never played live. One of my favorite songs, though. Absolute ball terror to record. This one's called Letting Go. An ass kicker. That is so much fun to play, but playing it all down is a real challenge. And thank you, Sad Wings Raging. I appreciate it, man. That will go to some very good caffeine. That's going to the cat food fund. Yeah, that's probably a bit more accurate. All right, I'm just going to catch up on the questions. So yeah, this is the FM3. Can I do 5 killer riffs on White Lion? That's on the list. With a bunch of other stuff. So, and yeah, FM3 is Axe FX 3 tones in kind of more compact format. There's a few little things, different things that it doesn't run. Like you can't run 2 multi-delay blocks at the same time, but, you know, who realistically ever needs to do that? Alrighty, we're going to do the deepest of the deep cuts. This is a song on Back to Zero called Dreaming Out Loud, and this song is like kind of maybe one of the simpler ones from a guitar perspective, but from like a drum and bass perspective, what Cam and Ryan played on it is just so cool. Like, I love this groove so much. I just got to make sure I catch the intro. So we'll do this. I haven't played that song for a while. I clammed the one section that's kind of a little bit. But there's some interesting chords in that one. Like you know, it's literally like a 3-chord song. So I'm in drop C. So this is actually an E, an A, and a C. But that's the chord. So I guess it's like an E9, E11 kind of thing. And then just keeping those chords kind of which I think is just actually a C major 7. Kind of a weird way to play it, and then Yeah, just basically droney open chords there. But I really like that groove. So that one's a lot of fun, and then there's heaps of that rotary speaker sound on the recording. That someone said we're like the Aussie Lillian Axe. I've told you guys the story where like the very first gig we ever did in the States, we played a festival, and the stage we were playing, Lillian Axe were like the headliner of that stage, and Steve Blaze just like came out and just destroyed everyone with his guitar playing. It was some of the best live guitar playing I've ever seen in my life. Pretty awesome. I think we have a photo with him somewhere. I'll have to dig that one up and put it up for you guys, because I think you'd enjoy that. Alright. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that, mate. The Metal God, has Ragdoll ever thought about adding another guitarist? Before I play this next song, I've told this story a few times, but I'll tell it again. I really should put together a little history of Ragdoll video and dig up some footage and things like that. When we started the band, we were a 5-piece, and Ryan, who's now the singing bass player, was the rhythm guitar player who sang some backing vocals. So that was the lineup. We had a dedicated frontman, and we had another bass player. So Ryan was playing rhythm guitar, and then we had a quick phase right before we came a 3-piece where the singer moved on, the bass player moved on, and we had another guy come in playing guitar, and that was really cool. It was a very different kind of thing. But yeah, so we've thought about it. We haven't thought about it for maybe the last 8 or 9 years, just because volume could go up a bit. All right, I can do that. I'm being quite conservative, I think, with the volume choice at the moment. I just don't want anything to kind of clip out. I'll turn it up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it was cool. It was a cool sound. I think we did 1 or 2 gigs in that 4-piece format, but it didn't work out, and we've just kind of stuck with the 3-piece format. From a practical standpoint, being in a 3-piece is considerably easier. The difference between carting 3 guys and their gear around on tour is like a lot easier than 4 guys. It's a whole other rig and bed and, you know, seat in the car and suitcase and all those kind of things. So it crosses, I think 3, once you cross that threshold of 3, then it really starts to become more difficult the higher you go with that stuff. What I'm going to do, I haven't really tried this yet. I'm going to pitch my guitar up with the FM3. I'm going to play an older Ragdoll song called Heaven Above. So let's do this. I can do it from the front panel. What I might do is move... No, I don't need to move anything. That is all hunky-dory. So this has a virtual capo in it, which is pretty cool. In the pitch block, you just go to pitch, and you bring up virtual capo, and you pitch your guitar up by 1 semitone. So I'm going to turn the microphone off so you guys can hear this. And hopefully this will do the job good enough. I mean, here's the guitar on its own, and then I'll give it to you virtual pitch up. That's close enough for rock and roll. This is going to do for this, I think. I could grab another guitar, or I can just do it. Lance Ross opened for Lillian Axe several times. Yeah, great. And they were lovely guys. They were really, really... Exactly. More Sheilas per member. We are a bunch of Sheilas anyway, so... Also, yeah. Again, it's a logistical thing. If you've got 4 or 5 people and you can align their schedules and everything like that, then it's great. But yeah, 3 works for us, and we have a great singing bass player. That's why we're so lucky. You know, we work around Ryan because he's got a very unique gift. I guess he can sing. He can play great bass. He can play just about anything. He's that guy. So, all right, we're gonna do Heaven Above. This was like the song. I reckon there is no song that has taken me more time to write in my life than this one. And when we did it, and I heard it, and it was on CD, it was like, oh, how high is the action? It's not super duper high. It's probably a little bit higher than some of my other guitars. It's maybe like a mil or something like that. Higher than what I'm used to, but it's... Yeah, you just hear it unplugged, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The pitch up, there is a little bit of latency, like an extra couple of milliseconds, but you know, playing on headphones, I find the big weird thing is if you're playing at low volume, then like when you hear the sound of the guitar acoustically in it, that throws you off when you can hear your strings. But if you're playing loud enough, or if you're playing with headphones, I don't really notice it. It's pretty cool. All right, Heaven Above. Yeah, interesting major minor thing with this song. I'll play it and I'll talk about it after I do that.
Silence, line in the sand, blood on my hands. Are you the question? My silent conviction, dire addiction. Hope is to surrender. You are impossible, never responsible. No, it's not an option. You are the answer. I am enchanted. I have fallen from the heights of your heaven above. You were lying when you cried, torn and broken for love. Lay with me, unleash me, burn down our love, just let me go. Broken, bleeding in the dark where you left me so long.
That one kind of goes on for a little bit. That was a fun little experiment where we were like, all right, cool, we'll put a little 30-second fade out guitar solo on it, and in the studio our drummer just played for like an extra 6 minutes at the end. It's like, oh well, seeing as we've got this, maybe I'll just do a really long extended solo. And that song was interesting because the most of the melodies were like finished, so all that. So that was all kind of finished, and Ryan just kind of did his thing and sang it, and made it human. And that chorus. That was a guitar thing that I wrote, and it was like, you're kind of walking around humming all that kind of thing, and it's just some words kind of flooded into it, and then I was like, oh, that sounds like a chorus for a song. So that would be a good example of one which was like kind of ready to go. And then, I don't know, a song like Follow the Leader, I'll play that one next. That was very much a case of like, we wrote all the music and we had no idea what we were going to do with the vocals, and we just kind of kicked it around until we got something. So, and if you guys can all see Mr. Ding Goldberry, it took me a while to understand that name, and when I did, it was so funny. Yeah, you got to wash your hands after a live stream, believe me, in more ways than one. And that first gig, you were there, man. First show outside of Western Australia in Oklahoma in the USA, and man, I have so many fond, vivid memories of all of that and how good everybody there was to us. And man, yeah, once the kind of the regulars stopped going, it kind of just, I don't know, seems like it lost the soul a little bit. So I can understand that. Yeah, if nothing else, if you guys are in lockdown and working on stuff, use this time to work on your vibrato, or your vibratos, as I always say, because, there's so many cool, expressive things you can do with vibrato. But yeah, it was a special time. A lot of great friends. I mean, if it wasn't for that festival, I wouldn't have met my wife. So, literally life-changing stuff. And we went that first year, and that experience of playing all those kind of things, we were so kind of pumped up from it. We immediately went home and we wrote a bunch more songs. Like All I Want is directly inspired by that experience. So, it was a pretty cool time. I know one of us has a bunch of the footage from that first year we played rock. I'll have to dig it out. I know we've got like 2013 and 2014 stuff up online, so... all right. Somebody asked about strings. I'm using Elixir 10 to 52 nanowebs. And the thing I like about them is that the D string is like a 32 gauge, and the G is, I think, an 18, so a little bit heavier than you would get with a set of Ernies. I think an Ernie would be like a 30. Yeah, man, well, George Lynch is one of the big influences, and I love his vibrato, especially his... he calls it the jack-off vibrato. Oh, dude, do you still have those videos? Because I don't know if I have them. I'm sure I have a link to them somewhere. But if you still have them and you want to send me I don't know, a download link or something, I might just cut it all together into a fun little video. That would be amazing. Yeah, the camcorder. Far out, man. We're reminiscing here, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that might be amazing. If you guys, dude, if you still have that camcorder footage, and if there's people watching this who want to see young me and young Ragdoll learning our craft, yeah, my wife is from Dallas, so there you go, all you people who are Dallasites. Yeah, man, if you have that link or that download thing, we'll get in touch over Facebook or something. I'm sure it's probably just in our Facebook chat. In fact, I'm gonna go on Messenger right now before I play another song, and I'm just gonna check that because that would be amazing if I can find that footage again. I'm pretty sure there's footage of a show we did. You know, like you talk about like epic fails at gigs, and I always remember we were doing a show somewhere in Oklahoma, and like last song I broke a string, and there was another guitar there, so I picked that one up straight away. And I just remember this guitar was just, whoever's it was just like an absolute pig of a thing. And having to like do a couple of songs on this guitar in the wrong tuning, yeah, it was a time. All right, I'm just looking through these messages. I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm seeing like 2015, 2014. This is pretty fun. I can do this on my own time, can't I? This is super thrilling for all of you guys. But yeah, okay, that will. Oh my god, yes, I think I've found it. Have I found it? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? We can do this stuff later. Anyway, back to the stream. Back to what I was doing. All right, I'll flick you a message, man, and we'll I want to get that footage. That'll be amazing. All right. So Ronnie is painting his studio. I mean, we're all always working on right-hand technique. I mean, if you're right-handed, you should probably work on the left-hand technique, even things out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know there's just this, like, I just remember this gig, it felt like we sucked so bad, and then picking up another guitar, yeah, it was one of those nights. Alright, I'm going to play another song for you guys. We did an oldie. Let's do a newie. We'll do the latest one. We'll do Follow the Leader, because it's like my favorite song to play. And this makes use of what I call the grunge scale, where you play the blues scale on one string. So you got, and then you just turn it all into power chords. Castle Wars and Flower Beds, I think that's a very, very good way to spend your time during something like this. Alright, Follow the Leader starts with some distorted bass. This is the FabFilter Saturn plugin on the bass, for anybody wondering. Multi-band distortion. So much fun. So much fun. Because, yeah, you can either really... It's got that. It's got the wide open... Hey, isn't that the whole reason underwear is great? So that you can dance around in it in your room. You know what? I'm going to do one more, and then I got to go and do some stuff. But I'm going to show you guys. You guys want to hear a song we haven't finished yet? We haven't recorded vocals on this yet, but whatever. I'm just basically gonna see if I can remember how to play one of the songs we tracked, and it'll be a nice little taster for some of the stuff we've been working on. Let's see. What one could I do? That one has vocals recorded on it, so I won't do that one. We'll do. Where is this? I feel like it. Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna do this one and see if I can remember how to do it. Ty Tabor influence, massively Ty Tabor influence, of course. He's awesome. All right, I'm gonna do this one and see if I can remember how to play it. So this will be a fun little exercise. You know what? Play it with that. You guys get the idea. That's there's a lot of underwear and petticoat talk in here, which is amusing. It's hard to play this and chuckle and giggle away. Thanks, Bucas. Are we gonna get some more truck rant soon? Because that was one that made my day the other day. So yeah, that I think that song, it's got a pretty big, epic sort of chorus on it. I love like big, kind of anthemic rock things. Yeah, it's a similar. It's like a major seventh kind of riff. It's a Lydian mode thing, right? But yeah, with like kind of melancholy, reflective lyrics and that kind of thing. I like that clash. If you listen to what's the song I'm trying to think about? There's quite a few kind of like modern songs. Like I really like Paramore and their latest album. So this is that was kind of my take on that. What's up, Cash? I hope you're enjoying the stream. Can I play something for you, man? More truck rants coming. That's awesome. So there's a little taste. We've got to finish this record once quarantine and everything is over, because I don't think we're going to be doing many gigs anytime soon. So how can we get music out? It's Ryan. And then there's a lot of these like minor chords in drop C. You want to hear TNT? AC/DC and Drop C is basically it's basically Soundgarden, isn't it? I have a feeling it might be one of Ryan's kids online. Would that be right, Cash? You are just using your dad's YouTube. Killswitch Engage, yeah, very much so. That whole End of Heartache album is just like kind of iconic for a reason. And drop C. We got the ois. I can't do the ois and play, as you guys have seen, infamously. Can I do it though? Oi, oi, oi. It's a third oi that does it. If you don't do that, oi, 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 oi. Yeah, no, oh my god. Oh, it is. All right. What about what's your favorite Ragdoll song, Cash? Because I'll do this one for you live. And it's still school holidays, hey, for kids down here. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, well, I really like which DeLeo is the guitar player, Robert or Dean? Because yeah, there's a lot of that. Like Vaseline does a similar thing, does it? Like it's got some similar kind of things. Well, there you go. Dad says, no TNT in my house. Shine. All right, we'll do Shine. That's awesome. Let me bring it up, because Dean is the DeLeo. Did you guys listen to the album they did with Richard Patrick, Army of Anyone? That's a really cool album. There's a lot of stuff on that I really like. There's a song on there called Goodbye, I think, which I really like. There's some awesome kind of drony chord things like just a lot of that kind of stuff. So, all right, we're gonna do Shine, and you're gonna hear Ryan at a bazillion dB. This is still my favorite song to open gigs with because, you know, when you see a rock band live, and you just kind of expect to hear every rock band does a thing where the drummer goes buka, shh, and they just kind of do a bunch of. They're like, yeah, what's up? You guys are badass. I like this one because we go but and we do the big chord, and then Ryan opens his singing mouth, and we get this.
We are waiting for the sun to shine. Shed my skin, lift the darkness from my eyes. No more tears to cry. Like the broken man.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Two policemen showed up and said, "Turn the bass up." Ryan and I were doing a gig once, and I'll never forget this. It's become a meme in the band. We started this gig, and literally the first note, like, "G'day everybody, how you going?" Start playing, and you just hear this guy on the side of the stage, like twice as loud as the band, go, "Turn the bass down." And that was, yeah, I'll never forget that. Shinedown. Yeah, Shinedown are just Nickelback for people who don't want to admit that they actually like Nickelback. So I love both of those bands. No shame. All right, and to the Rafferty boys, I hope you're all having a wicked afternoon and morning. All 12 of you. Which I imagine is pretty cool, seeing that weirdo who comes around to your house every now and then, just being on the screen. I hear a cat as well. Ah, yeah. Well, the cat's trying to get out, so I have to show him off. I'll be one sec. Hey, big fat cat. Oh, Chunkosaurus. Oh, yeah, that was really difficult. Yeah.
Tell the Rafties I say hi.
And to the Rafferties, Elspeth says hi as well. So this is Skank. Look at him. He's big and furry. His daughter is the little studio cat. She hasn't been hanging out in the studio because the weather's been good. What do you reckon about that, mate? You don't care, do you? Just breathing away. Yeah. All right, come on. Go and do whatever you do outside. Oh yeah. The big boy. All right. I think I might have time for one more song in me. Australia's best byproduct, Vegemite. I agree. All right. In that chorus part, Ryan sounds like the singer. Ryan is the singer. He's the man. No one else in the band sings. I found this video actually last night when I'm like 4 years old, walking around with a little guitar making wah-wah pedal noises, and my cousins are like, "Oh, Leon, sing a song," and I'm like, no, I'm a guitar player. I'm not the singer. So yeah, we need some cat headphones. Luckily, I mean, all anyone else here can hear is just that, because I'm on cans. So a shot of Mexican tequila. That's perfect. That's how to keep your local police officers happy on the job. Yeah, these are glorified cat videos, aren't they? All right, this has been wicked fun. I'm gonna do one more song, because why wouldn't you while you're here? I'm gonna do Rust. That's the one where people are like, "Oh, that one what sounds like Nickelback," which, I wish I'd sold 1/10 of the number of albums that those guys have. And it's a funny, the like, Australians think Nickelback are a joke, and Americans, have their thoughts about it. But I remember, how's this for a story? When we toured Europe, the last show we played was in Denmark, and we did our set, we finished the set, and I was at our merch table, and this guy came up and he bought a CD and a shirt. This Danish guy, and he said, I'm so glad you guys came to Denmark. He lived about 2 hours away, so he drove the whole way. And he said that he'd only been listening to rock music for maybe 2 years. And the thing that got him into rock music... Oh, you mean the singer in Shinedown? Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of similarities there. Sorry, man. The singer sounds like Ryan. Oh, he is. Leon. Leon. Yeah. No, that, what's the album? Amaryllis? Great album. Get that one. But anyway, this guy comes up and he said he'd only been listening to rock music for 2 years, and his favorite bands were Ragdoll, Nickelback, and Shinedown. They were his 3 favorite bands. And he said that he'd never liked any rock music until a friend of his gave him a ticket to see Nickelback, their whole arena show. And he said, in his words, he said, "I'd never heard music that made me excited and energetic." And because of that, he went and checked out a bunch of other bands, and he, like, rock music basically changed his life. This guy in like his mid-30s, and somehow he stumbled across our stuff. It was probably like a suggestion algorithm or something, and got into it. And then, you know, the next thing he knows, we're playing a couple of hours from his house, and he came out. Like, that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had playing music. Very, very cool. What are my thoughts on INXS? INXS are kind of inescapable here. And they were a band, they're just like the background soundtrack, I think, to everyone's childhood here. Yeah. They're like revered in Australia. They've got a lot of songs that have so many cool... They're like a band that I listen to, and they've always got cool bits. Like, you know, if you listen to like Suicide Blonde or something like that, that funk guitar part in it. Yeah, just a new sensation, that boom. Yeah, they're a band with some really interesting parts and guys who really play for the song. So we have a cover of Never Tear Us Apart up on our band YouTube page you can check out, that we did live on radio. So thoughts on Pearl Jam? I've never really got into Pearl Jam as a kid. You don't go to war with Corey Taylor. Nah, that's a guy I would not want to muck around with. But yeah, thoughts on Pearl Jam. I never really got into them when I was younger, because all I wanted to listen to was hair metal and prog rock. But I can definitely appreciate why they were important now. I kind of like, when it comes to that era of music, I'm more an Alice in Chains, Soundgarden kind of heavy kind of guy. Had a signature Tokai. That's pretty cool. I have to check that out. Yeah, the Ferris Brothers. Yeah, they had some really, really cool stuff. One of them used to write an article in Australian Guitar Magazine. So, yeah, so that guy, the Hamer Standard, I played that on my last live stream, I think. Or maybe that was one I did on Facebook. But yeah, you'll see quite a few more videos with that, because I've been playing it a lot. It's not in the right tuning for this song. So go Wild Cherry on us. Hey, we play that song when we do corporate shows, so you know, it is what it is. Alrighty, I'm gonna do Rust and then wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning into this live stream. I will try to get another one in at some point over the next week as well.
Every day there's a new way to learn how to hate.
Well, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I apologize for that little buffering error, everybody. It was pretty good for the majority of the stream, though. So I'm going to jump on at some point later in the week. Do you guys reckon we should? I should try and get Ryan on here, get him to do like a little YouTube Q&A takeover. I reckon that could be a lot of fun. You can ask him all your bass and singing and hair and beard related questions. That would be. I'd watch that. I'd watch that over here. Or maybe I can find a way to like call him and then get it down into OBS or something like that. Oh man, it's, you know, if you like, somebody noticed the dominant pentatonic. I always get to that part of that song and I'm like, you know, riffing out all that kind of thing, and then it gets to that and I'm like, oh man, I have to play this solo, and yeah, it always kind of gets me. So yeah, if you guys want to see Ryan on here, we'll find a way to do it, and I'm gonna try to get those videos and do a little history of Ragdoll video as well, because that could be one for all the people who follow the channel, who, or maybe people who don't know much about. That should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I think the whole lockdown restrictions are probably going to ease at some point over the next week or something over here in Australia, so we may be able to get to change your underwear, and you know, I'll see you really soon.